Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. As we enter the second week of the Fort McMurray fire, we continue to send our thoughts and prayers to all those displaced at this time. Canadians have demonstrated extraordinary compassion over the last few days, giving generously to the Canadian Red Cross, donating their time to the relief efforts, and opening their homes to those in need. I'd like to reassure everyone that the federal, provincial, and municipal governments are doing absolutely everything we can to offer our full support to this community. The Government of Canada is continuing to match Red Cross donations, and we'd like to thank everyone for the outpouring of support to date, while encouraging everyone to continue to be generous and donate to the Canadian Red Cross. Je veux rassurer tout le monde que le gouvernement du Canada est encore tout à fait engagé avec nos partenaires provinciaux
engaged with our provincial and municipal partners concerning the situation in Fort McMurray, and I would encourage all Canadians to be generous in giving gifts to the Red Cross, because it makes a huge difference.
It's in times of tragedy that we get to the core of who we are as Canadians. We have an unwavering sense of community. We look out for each other. We take care of those in need. And this just isn't the case for our neighbors here at home. In the reality of a 21st century global community, we understand the importance of helping those outside our borders as well. C'est pourquoi je suis si heureux.
And that's why I'm tremendously happy to make this announcement here today. First of all, allow me to tell you that this is an honor for me to be surrounded by such important guests here, people who are intelligent, engaged, and who do remarkable work not only in Canada but in the four corners of the world. I'm also happy to see so many young people here in this room today. This is equally as important for me. As I've already said, young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but rather leaders of today. And it's this leadership that's going to help us to make this world a better one for all. And that's why this is what the world needs. It needs leadership, it needs vision, enthusiasm, and especially concrete measures.
It's easy to think that things really should be different. Taking action is where things get rough. It's where we have to make some difficult decisions. It's where we have to confront the reality that the world we live in isn't always kind or fair, especially for women and girls. But the fact that it's hard doesn't relieve us of the responsibility to try to make things better. And it is our shared responsibility to concern ourselves with the big challenges, like how to improve the health of the world's most vulnerable citizens. This is especially true when we consider the epidemics that continue to ravage countries around the world. Epidemics that are not contained by lines on a map. Epidemics like AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Many of us spent yesterday with family celebrating Mother's Day. We want to make sure that moms around the world live long and healthy lives, surrounded by their equally healthy, happy loved ones, including their daughters, who will then get to grow up and become healthy, happy moms and grandmothers. Thankfully, organizations like the Global Fund exist to make a real difference. It works hard each and every day to deliver help to those who need it most. The Global Fund is the main funding body tackling the prevention and treatment of HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria. The work they do is so important. They truly do save lives each and every day. Depuis 2002,
Since 2002, Canada has provided $2.1 million to the Global Fund in the context of partnerships established with other governments, the civil society, the private sector, and people who are suffering from those diseases. And we've supported programs in more than 140 countries. But the results are even more important than the numbers. Thanks to the work of the Global Fund, millions of people have received received a treatment against TB that has saved their lives. Millions of people have received antiretroviral treatments for HIV, and more than 500 million mosquito nets have been provided to people in order to fight against malaria.
In the fight against those diseases. And today, I'm proud to announce that in the months and years ahead, we will do even more. To start, Canada will host the 5th Replenishment Conference of the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria in Montreal on September 16th, 2016. The last replenishment of the Global Fund was hosted by President Obama in Washington in 2013. We are honored to continue this important work. And for that, we're pledging $785 million for the Global Fund during the 2017 to 2019 term, which represents a 20% increase from Canada's last pledge.